Whatever Happened to Robot Jones was a cartoon created by Greg Miller that ran for 2 seasons on Cartoon Network between 2002 and 2003. It revolves around a teenage robot trying to fit in an alternate 1980-something American middle school. Accompanying our metal amigo, we have love interest Shannon, who Robot fancies because she has a massive retainer and prosthetic metal leg, gaming duo Mitch and QB, and best friend Socks. Side characters include Principal Madman, who looks like Fat Hitler, Clancy, the bumpkin janitor, and a duo of ugly SOBs called the Yogman twins, who are always plotting against our little automaton friend and trying to steal his brain. I don't know what the hell these creepy fucks are going to do when they graduate, but I can almost guarantee it involves sexually molesting people. Anyway, during his time at school, Robot learns about the ins and outs of middle school, such as fads, crazes, puberty, embarrassing parents, and popularity. Each episode has a moral that's usually pretty basic, but never put across in a patronising way. One of my favourite examples is the episode Math Challenge, where Robot's mathematics teacher, Mr. That's his actual name, starts getting annoyed because the cocky little shit keeps upstaging him in his math classes. The exasperated teacher calls for a math challenge, which Robot and QB almost win, but then Robot realises towards the end that some people need reassurance in their abilities, especially if they have none. What this episode essentially teaches is that being the best at something by an absolute mile can be your undoing if you're a fucking dick about it. A good lesson, I think. Another good episode is Work, where Robot gets a job with his dad so he can earn more money to play video games and hang out with his friends. Those that have ever worked a day in their life will probably guess that the job inevitably causes him to get less sleep and therefore have less energy, eventually ending up with him just being tired all the time and unable to actually do the things that he was funding, i.e. playing video games with his friends. Being a little kid at time of release, I didn't really get this episode, but as someone who has been through school and worked, I now find this episode so goddamn relatable. Another episode I really enjoyed was the hilarious one where he whores himself out to the school's Scantron machine for test answers. He enjoys his newfound popularity, but of course sooner or later the shit hits the fan and it ends up with Scantron killing itself after having its heart broken. Haha, comedy. I also quite like the one where Robot gets sick of humans and their shit and makes friends with a vacuum cleaner. Has anybody else done that? It makes a good point about the dangers of only mixing with your own kind, I guess, because by the end of the episode, Robot's ditched the vacuum and made amends with his best friend Socks. Yep, turns out all vacuum cleaners are dirtbags after all. All in all, watching this series again made me feel all kinds of happy, and I'd recommend checking it out, that is, assuming you can look past the animation, which, now that I'm older, I realise is pretty shit. Hey, I was a lot easier to impress when I was a kid. No wait, I meant less of a dick. Yeah, that's what I meant. One strange thing I found was that I must have retained more of the dialogue than I thought, because I found myself predicting exactly what the characters were going to say. The episode Hooky 101, for example, I could probably recite from start to finish.
He doesn't give a toss what we do. Now let's get to the park. We got some calls to make. Come on, Robot.
In fact, throughout my secondary school life, I swear I recited a hell of a lot of this dialogue without remembering where it actually came from. Well, I guess that solves that mystery. Until next time, humans, beep boop. And now if you'll excuse me, I'm off to go plug an extension cord up my arse.